So I thought this would be a cool idea, and then I realized I'd probably give everybody epilepsy with the whole police sirens. So we're gonna go back to normal. But first, we're gonna talk about Lethal Weapon on 4K. Hey guys, welcome to Last Movie Standing. I'm trying a different audio setup as well with this. So usually my audio was like right up here. Well, now it's like right down here. So I'm trying something a little different since I'm in this new little room, experimenting. But we're here to talk about Lethal Weapon on 4K. And guys, I'm not going to beat around any bush.
We've got Bush. Oh.
This 4K is amazing. It's good. It's so good. But let's unbox it because I think Warner Brothers UK did something pretty creative with this, which I really like. So we got the box set. This is the UK box set. And the first thing I know, as Americans, we go straight to these two ugly ass rating stickers. We're going to take them off. What I love about Warner Brothers, wrong studio. Warner Brothers UK is that the stickers come off. But first, look at this. Dude, we get a clear protector with art on it. Dude, that is dope. And it's got like a reversible card. So you can take this back off. Just kind of, ooh. You know, and you have the gun. The white kind of let you see the gun a little better, but you got the LW on the back. So if you don't want to keep it on here, you can easily just put it in here or something. And you can do it two ways. You can do it like this, or you can do it the opposite way. Hold on, I'm going to take this stupid little like goo tape off. I have never been a fan of these little things.
2 minutes later.
So you can just put it in the back. It does look a little weird with the gun right there. The gun is real. I think it's really meant to be on the outside, and the white's to showcase the gun part. But I think I'm glad that it's not a J card that wraps around. I don't like those. I wonder if this will fit in the box actually. Please fit in the box. Because if it fits in, nope, it's too big. I was going to say, sometimes studios will make it the same size, and you can just stick it in there. They didn't do that. I don't know if you can see, look at the eyes. The eyes on them are spot glossed. I think it's a really cool take. It's a little weird. The eyes are gonna haunt people forever. But let's take these stupid rating stickers off. I left them on so I could show you that they're just stickers that are sometimes really stupid to get off. And you sometimes gotta like wipe away the like residue, the like sticky residue, so it doesn't leave a mark. See how it kind of leaves a little circle? I don't know if you can see it, but just wipe it off. And the rating stickers are gone, and it is a proper US style box. All right, well, let's see what's inside. So we do get a Steelbook, which I love the red. We're going to get into red with this movie because the reds pop more than anything else I've ever seen in this. So this being red makes sense. And this is like embossed, debossed. I always get them confused which one goes in and which one goes out. But you can feel the bullet holes in here. And then when you open it up, I got the disc in there. You can see the holes right here where they punched them in. It's really cool. So this is the inside. Really good on the outside, but they're this cool where the dear bad guys, no one here but us cops, sorry, the good guys. Cool little touch from the movie. I actually really like this Steelbook. This Steelbook is really cool to me. And I'm not the biggest Steelbook fan. I'm nervous about it sitting there. All right, and you also get this little booklet, which is very reminiscent of the VHS cover. It is literally the same, which I think is a really cool, like, thoughtful touch. As when it comes to packaging, this may be up there for package of the year. Like, this is a very high contender for all the little details they put into this that they didn't have to. Like, even this, like you get these cards, right, which most of us don't really care about, but they're done on both sides. So one side is glossy, and and there are a lot of behind the scene pictures. A lot of the glossy ones are really good, but on the back you get printed ones too. It's not just like a white paper. A lot of people just do like one-sided. They did both sides. Now, I will say the matte ones on the back are not as quality finished. Like, dude, Gary Busey's out of focus as crap in this picture. It's like a moving shot, but he's out of focus as crap in this, and you can tell. But the glossy ones, really nice. And it comes with the poster, a double-sided poster. I think one side is the Chinese poster, maybe. So we get the traditional poster. Don't you love these folds as collectors? We love them, right? But we get, I think this is the Chinese poster. I don't think it's Japanese. Japanese goes, I think, more vertical with their stuff. I think this is Chinese, but I could be wrong. Somebody can let me know. But we got a poster. I'm just gonna leave this off so it doesn't get reflectiveness. But it's basically the same. If you have the Constantine box, it's very similar, but it is thinner than the Constantine one. The Constantine came with the same thing, kind of an orange steelbook. You got the case with the... See, this one has the same poster as this. I love the touch of them putting the VHS. Again, I'm going to keep showing it. The VHS artwork on this instead of the same artwork. Little details. I feel like whoever did this box clearly liked this movie more than they did Constantine. But how does it look? That's what we're all here to talk about. All I have is this 4-pack Blu-ray set, which I got, which I believe the first two movies, Lethal Weapon 1 and 2, are 25 gigabyte discs, and 3 and 4 are 50 gigabyte discs. Maybe because they came out later and they just recycled the old discs. I don't think 3 and 4 ever got standalone Blu-rays. Like, in the US, maybe in other countries they did. But I know here, I don't think they did. I know 1 did, and I know 2 did. This comes with a nice slip, everything. But what year did this come out? Does it say? I can't find it on here. So, 2013. So it's been 12 years since this came out. Let's see how the transfer looks. Right off the bat, you can just tell it looks amazing. At least to me, I think the colors just pop. This scene in particular, so this opening scene right here with the girl right before she jumps off, like that's kind of the opening of the movie. If you haven't seen Lethal Weapon, I'm sorry. This girl on the balcony is, jumps off here in a little bit. But you can see the color difference. You can see in the old Blu-ray, it's a little cooler in this. Now, this isn't a common theme throughout the whole thing. It's not a common theme throughout the whole movie where, the 4K is much warmer and the Blu-ray is much cooler. That's not a constant theme throughout this because a lot of this Blu-ray looks normal and everything. It's just got this older look to it, which honestly I find kind of nostalgic. I think kind of the older, flatter look of some of these Blu-rays and DVDs look really cool, and it's just, it just reminds you of how you've always seen the movie. But this 4K, to me, feels like I'm watching the movie on a whole other level. The skin tones, the reds. Let's get into the reds. I'm going to start jumping around now for scenes. Every scene with the color red, it pops so hard. And it's so in your face. Even the blues are different. Like if you look at the skies, it's a totally different style blue. like it's the same blue. If you look from the very opening credits, you see this the blue behind the letters. You can see the difference in even that. But when you get to the skies, you can see it. And some people may not like it. Because here's the other thing. This 4K is only HDR too. That's another thing. There is no Dolby Vision on this. But it is on a 100 GB disc. Now, I will say Blu-ray.com does have their information wrong on this. They do say the US version is a 100 GB 4K disc, and this is a 66. Guys, no, this is 100 gigs. I double checked. There are 3 rings on this. This is a 100 GB disc. So if you're one of these people like me who kind of researches things like that and that matters, trust me, that's a 100 GB disc. It's not 66 like Blu-ray.com is saying. But with that being said, let's get back into the side-by-sides. Skin tones just look so good to me. There's a level of contrast. Now, it depends on your settings too on your TV, because I was talking to some friends of mine earlier and I was like, some of the skin tones on Mel Gibson look a little bumped up, like a little high. And that may be my TV settings, because I like my saturation up a little bit. I like it to pop a little bit. So it could be my TV settings too that make Mel Gibson, it's only on 2 or 3 things too, where his skin tones just look a little higher than they should be, a little bit more orangish too. But I talked to friends that said they didn't see that. So that could be my settings too. Going back to the reds, I want to show you this scene of Danny Glover. This is the end scene when he's trying to rescue his daughter. His daughter's kidnapped, and there is a close-up of his eyes. And you can, like, this dude looks stoned. Like, look how red his eyes are. You can feel like he's been crying. You know, he's desperate for his daughter. Like, it's just that little touch of like, damn, you can see the emotion in the color in his eyes. That's what this 4K is doing. That's what this HDR is doing. Now, I will say some people may not like the color. Some people may be totally fine with your Blu-ray. Bro, this is 4-in-1. I don't know. And I've talked about this before because I'm scared it's going to happen. But unlike Nightmare on Elm Street, because Nightmare on Elm Street, I talked about this before. So last year, Warner Brothers released a box set just like this of Nightmare on Elm Street. And now they're doing a 7-movie collection, all in one. They released this box set this year, and I'm scared next year they're just going to release a 4-movie box set. My thought process behind that is I hope they do it all in one. I think that would be really cool. But I like having these. I would love to see them do multiple ones of these box sets too, so we could get like a whole line of these instead of just like one in the box and then the rest are all like this, elaborate thing. But I like this packaging so much that this is going to stand out on its own. But I hope they do individual ones instead of giving us like this 4-movie Steelbook thing like they're doing with Nightmare on Elm Street, like they did with 007. Did Warner Brothers do? I don't know if Warner Brothers did that one. I don't know. But I don't know what they're going to do with the rest of these. But this first one looks amazing to me. It really does. I think it pops. It brings this color to the film that I don't think was ever really there. I'm not old enough to have seen this in the theaters. When did this come out? 1987. I was born this year. So clearly I did not see it in theaters. When did I see it? I saw the 4th one in theaters. I don't think I saw the 3rd one in theaters. The 3rd one was like 90s, so I was still too young to see it. But if you're looking at getting this 4K, if you're even thinking about it, I highly recommend it. I think it's contestant for 4K of the year, if not 4K of the year. there's a lot to go into when I make my review at the end of the year. I may do a bunch of separate videos because I feel like there's too many criterias for that. But Warner Brothers is killing it right now. Warner Brothers is gonna win Studio of the Year. Boutiques may be their own ratings because just with these two alone, and we're getting the Nightmare on Elm Street, guys. Dude, the Nightmare on Elm Street is gonna walk Warner Brothers across the finish line. I really think it is, and that's 7 movies. Even if 2 or 3 of them aren't as good, 2 or 3 of them will probably be killers. So I think with these 2 alone, they're up there for 4K of the year. But with this one, it looks so good. And I really like the packaging. I love the artwork on everything with this. From the Steelbook to this with the embossed. You got the clear slip, which is a really unique take. A lot of boutiques now, as we all talk about, are doing the slips over the chunky boxes, and a lot of us like it and some of us don't. ADH doing it, Arrow's doing it, and now Warner Brothers is doing it, but Warner Brothers is adding their own spin to it with making it clear. And what I like about this is I've been doing this for a little bit. I don't know if I've talked about it in a video, but some of my older Steelbooks, I'm kind of getting away from this method, but I think it's a cool method. I bought a bunch of clear protectors, and I took the J card and I just cut it up, or cut the little J part off of it up, and just double taped it to the back of these protectors. And I would cut the tops and bottoms off, you know, that enclose, and I would just make these custom clear slips for my for my Steelbooks. I've done it with a bunch of them. I actually have another one right here, Lost Boys. You know, just taking clear protectors and cutting them and doing that. So I love seeing Warner Brothers do that with this. I think that's a really unique touch to it. Really unique, and I love it. This is up there, you guys. I have nothing bad to say about this. Now, and this comes with both cuts. You get the director's cut and the theatrical cut on 4K. Thank you. Thank you. They didn't pull a Kingdom of Heaven where they only gave us a director's cut. Didn't even give us an option for the theatrical cut, like on Blu-ray or something else. Like, none of that. Like, both cuts are on this version. And I'll be honest, I've never seen the director's cut before this. This is my first time seeing the director's cut. And right off the bat, I could tell it was different. There's a scene in the director's cut at the very beginning where it's a new introduction to Riggs, to Mel Gibson's character. I'm not going to call them Riggs and Murtaugh. I'm going to call them Mel and Danny. Just, it's easier that way, because honestly, I always get Riggs and Murtaugh confused. I'm like, which one's which again? Always do that. But there's a scene with Mel Gibson. In the normal version, I'm used to his introduction being the Christmas tree scene. And even sometimes I forget it, if that comes before or after his introduction with Danny Glover, where Danny Glover mistakes him for a criminal in the police station. And he has that famous line, "I'm too old for this shit," you know? But there's a scene in the director's cut. Mel Gibson's opening scene is he pulls up to a school shooting. And I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. I don't think it's needed to show, because there's a scene with a sniper in a window, and it's Mel Gibson. He takes him out really easily because he's a great shot. That's what this whole scene is. This whole scene with the smiley face on the target, that scene proved, you know, that he's really good at shooting. He's got a good eye. We didn't need him taking out a sniper in a window. Just my personal opinion. The scene's not a bad scene. I totally see why it was taken out, though. It's a school shooting. And they actually talk about, you know, he's like, what's going on? You know, the guy's killing kids. And he doesn't, you know, and you see a kid getting carried away crying, and you're like, oh, this is a little real. This is a little, I don't know about this. So I see why it was taken out. But also, it doesn't feel necessary to me with everything else we were given with the gun range scene and everything else. So that's really the only scene I noticed that was different. There was a few scenes that played a little longer. But yeah, dude, if you're looking in to this dudettes, chicks, ladies, if you're into Lethal Weapon, doesn't matter if you get this edition or the US edition, because this has multiple editions in the US. You can get the Steelbook or you can get the slipcover edition. Now, I do think those are 4K only. I don't think they come with the Blu-ray. This one does have a Blu-ray. It's a UK Blu-ray, but I cannot confirm or deny if it's a new transfer. My friend Flicks and Pixels did a video on this, I believe, and he's from the UK, so I would steer you to him if you want to know if there's a difference. I can tell you, I'll show you. There's a difference between this Blu-ray and this Blu-ray. Now, whether they're the same, this is the same transfer, I don't know. Or if the UK one just had a better transfer this whole time and they're just recycling the disc. But I will tell you, the Blu-ray on this UK edition is 50 gigs and this one's only 25. I believe it's only 25. That's what Blu-ray.com said, but as I said, Blu-ray.com does not have all the right information. So let me see. Yep, this is just 25. And I have a whole video, tips and tricks, so if you want to know how to tell, by the way, what your disc size is, if you care. One ring, you see like a barcode ring, one is 20 on a Blu-ray. One is 25, two rings is 50, or 66. If it's a 4K with two rings, it's 66. Three rings means it's 100 gigs. Just FYI. Also, by the way, look at how one on this 4-pack has like regular cool art and all the rest have the same just generic. It looks like a record. Don't care for that. But like I said, for some of you, you may be waiting for all of them to come out because this is a great package. You get 4 in 1. And if you got it with the slip, you got the slip. You know, and it's a really nice slip too. It's like semi-glossed, but when it comes to quality of the movie transfer wise, this pops. I think it just elevates the movie better to me. I don't know. I love it. This is totally up there for 4K of the year. I would say it may even surpass American Pie 2 in its transfer. It's that good of a transfer to me. I think it's amazing. I think the packaging is really good too. So what are you guys saying? I know a lot of you probably see the Blu-ray one and like, I like that look. I like that flatter. It just looks more real to me. I totally get it. I see it. I'm watching it like I rewatched it and I'm looking at the side by sides and I'm like, I still have this nostalgic for this like flatter look. It's weird. It really is, but I think it still looks good. But there's no denying that the colors in this 4K just blow it out the water. But that's just my opinion. What do you guys think?